every country who's eating Western man-made diet will suffer the same consequences as the West.
Sugar's a bad guy in the story, full stop.
So what, Robert, is wrong with our diet?
Number one, what everyone thinks is wrong with our diet is not even remotely what's wrong with our diet. Every country that has adopted the Western diet is now sick. And that goes around the world. And there are countries that are actually more diabetic than we are, and they're not even fat, like, for instance, India, Pakistan, and China. Now, they think, well, they're not fat, so there's nothing wrong with their diet, because after all, it's the Western diet just causes obesity. No. Obesity is just a marker for the problem. It's not the problem itself. In fact, 20% of obese people are metabolically healthy. They will live a normal life, die at a normal age, not cost the taxpayer a dime. We have a name for these patients, MHO, metabolically healthy obese. They will outlive you and me. Okay? They're just fat. They have increased subcutaneous fat. Well, that subcutaneous fat is protective, not detrimental. Okay? That's a good thing to have, not a bad thing to have. So yes, some people have more than others. On the other hand, there are plenty of thin people who are sick. And the reason they're sick is because they have fat where they didn't know they had fat. Like, for instance, the viscera, in terms of waist circumference,
organ fat,
and most importantly, liver fat. And we've identified the liver as being the, sort of sentinel problem of this entire thing, is liver fat. I was just at the Obesity Medicine Association meeting just this past weekend, explaining why fatty liver is basically where the problem is. So the question is, why is it that we had never heard of fatty liver disease before 1980, and now 45% of adults and 25% of children, not obese adults, not obese children, all adults, all children, now have a disease that didn't even exist 50 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, except for alcoholics, they'd get fatty liver, right?
And that's the point. Only alcoholics had this. And now everyone has this. And children don't drink alcohol.